Welcome to Rate the Audits, where we put misconduct on display, explore police and legal content, protect rights and demand accountability. This episode is brought to us by Auditing Britain. Be sure to check the link below and subscribe to his channel and give him the credit he deserves. In this episode, Auditor AB is peacefully filming a police building from a public footpath when a pumped-up officer storms out within seconds, demanding ID and unlawfully detaining him under the Terrorism Act. But AB stays cool and challenges every move with sharp reasoning. As backup rolls in, expecting compliance, they instead get a masterclass in the law. Outnumbered but never outsmarted, AB sends them all packing.
Oh, relax.
No, mate. Show me some ID now.
Relax.
Please. Why are you making videos?
Relax.
Show me your ID.
Can you relax?
I'm telling you, you shouldn't be making videos.
But can you relax?
I'm relaxed. Show me
you're
your
not.
ID.
You looks like you're going to do something that you're not supposed to do.
Don't be silly. You can carry on filming me. Show me your ID.
Show your ID.
There's my ID.
Okay.
You show me your ID.
But you being like forceful.
Yeah, because you shouldn't be doing this. So I'm treating you as a security risk.
Right.
So show me your ID.
Are you a police officer?
You are taking a mick, aren't you?
No.
Police officer, detective sergeant. That's my ID. You can see it. Show me your ID.
Detective sergeant, you're not acting like...
Fella, I'm telling you, what you're doing...
I'm going to step back.
We'll step back.
Okay.
Show me your ID.
All right, I'm going to try and calm the situation down. For the third time, or second time maybe, third time. Sergeant, you're a sergeant. You know, hang on.
Stop filming.
Wait.
No, you don't tell me to wait.
I will tell you to wait.
Right, show me your ID.
You need to calm.
I suspect you've got items on you shouldn't have on you.
The officer's behaviour here is nothing short of authoritarian. Within seconds of seeing someone with a camera, he bursts out demanding identification, declaring, "You shouldn't be doing this," and branding the auditor a security risk, all without referencing a single legal power. Worse still, he claims the auditor might have items you shouldn't have on you. That kind of language is loaded. It implies criminality without a shred of supporting evidence. No prior conversation, no inquiry, no basic engagement, just accusations. Policing doesn't work on gut feeling alone. It's bound by legislation, and the officer hasn't even cited any law at this point.
Don't do anything you're not supposed to do, Sergeant. You will regret it if you do. So don't.
Right, you're being antagonistic. Right, no call, no down.
All right, you can do whatever you want to do.
I will do.
You need your behaviour is unacceptable right now. You're shouting at me. You're giving me orders.
You shouldn't be filming.
Why?
Explain why you're filming.
Why?
Why? Explain why you're filming.
You're spitting at me now.
I'm not spitting at you.
There you are.
Explain why you're filming a secure police location.
Explain.
Yeah, explain.
Well, you need to give me a chance to, first of all.
Well, go on then, explain.
But you've got bad attitude.
I asked...
No, you didn't. You said, give me ID, give me ID. That's what you said.
Why are you filming? I've asked you multiple times. Why are you filming?
No, you asked me give me ID.
I asked you, why are you filming? So why?
Why?
Explain.
Because I've got a camera.
No, that's not good enough.
What
That's
do
not
you
good
mean?
enough.
This is.
No, it's not.
You are not good enough for this job. You are not good enough, man.
Be quiet.
You be quiet.
You be quiet.
You be quiet. Bully boy. Hey, before you carry on,
Please,
am I being
please.
detained?
Yeah, you are being detained.
Oh, which section?
And I'm currently under Terrorism Act.
Which section? So I'm detained.
You are.
Okay, at least you made that clear.
When the auditor calmly asks whether he's being detained, the officer confirms it, yet can't even cite the legal foundation for his actions. That's a huge red flag. If you're invoking something as serious as the Terrorism Act, you should know exactly what section you're relying on and be able to communicate it confidently and clearly. Anything less isn't just sloppy, it undermines the entire process and hints at a misuse of power. Instead of policing based on training or evidence, the officer jumps to heavy-handed tactics without justification. It feels more like an emotional reaction to being filmed than a lawful, considered response to a real threat. The officer's refusal, or inability, to back up his decision shows either a total lack of understanding or a willingness to bend the law to suit his discomfort.
Listen, you need to give me...
Stop shouting at me!
You need to give me the section.
Stop shouting at
Which
me!
section are you detaining me under? Section! Am I free to go?
No, you're not going anywhere.
Am I being detained?
Yeah, you are being detained.
Which section? He won't say the section. Lady, he's detaining me, but he's not saying the section. Which section? Which grounds?
You're causing harassment, alarm, distress. So you're staying there.
Now it's alarm, harassment and distress. To a police officer, is it?
Yeah, you can cause that.
To a police officer?
Yeah,
Really? You can't. No, you're a police officer.
Yeah.
You can't be harassed and alarmed. You clearly have no brains.
Just be quiet.
No, I'm not going to be quiet. I have the right to speak. I can speak.
Well, look, I don't want to speak to you. So you stand there and wait for uniform to come.
Am I still being detained?
Yeah, you are being detained.
Which section? Just give me the section and I'll be happy quiet. Which section, sir? And give me the grounds. Before you detain somebody, you need to have reasonable grounds, yeah?
When first questioned, he references the Terrorism Act, but as soon as he's asked to specify the section or provide lawful grounds, he abruptly pivots to claiming harassment, alarm, and distress. It reeks of desperation. The auditor is also right to challenge the use of harassment, alarm, and distress in this context. Under Section 5 of the Public Order Act 1986, those offences typically apply to words or behaviour directed at members of the public, not towards trained officers in the course of their duties. Courts have often ruled that police are expected to tolerate a higher level of scrutiny and confrontation, especially from someone filming in a public space. This officer's erratic reasoning shows a lack of understanding of both the Terrorism Act and public order laws. It's as if he's trying on legal terms to see what sticks, rather than following a lawful and proportionate process.
You are filming a secure location. You are a threat. You are a threat to officers coming in and out.
No, sir, I'm not.
I've asked you for a legitimate reason why you're filming. You refuse to give one.
I said to you because I have a camera.
You are doing this for criminal purposes.
No, for YouTube.
You are being detained.
YouTube.
Oh.
I do this for YouTube.
Oh. Well, prove it. Show me some ID. And we'll verify you on YouTube.
Prove that I do it for YouTube?
Yeah.
How?
Show me you've got a channel.
How?
Show me you've got a channel. Then you're lying. You're being detained.
Listen, if you detained me, you need to have some kind of a section. Section? No? Just detain me because you're a police officer? Yes? Why are you looking at me like that?
Why are you filming?
I told you, for YouTube.
You've been stopped before, haven't you?
Who?
By police. No, you've been stopped by police numerous times before, haven't you? Filming.
By who? Police? By idiots.
What's wrong with your
Yeah, by
skills?
idiots like you. All the time. You heard me? Yeah. Idiots like you, yeah.
What the officer is doing is laying the groundwork for a false narrative. By bringing up past stops, he's not basing his actions on what's happening in the moment. He's trying to justify detaining the auditor by suggesting a pattern of suspicious behaviour. But being stopped before doesn't mean you're doing anything wrong. In fact, it highlights how officers keep reacting poorly to a lawful activity, public photography. This kind of comment is designed to shift the focus away from the officer's lack of legal grounds. Instead of answering the auditor's questions, like what section or what offence, he dodges them and leans on unrelated history. It's not policing, it's grasping at straws.
I must still be detained, by the way.
Yeah, you are still being detained.
I'm still being detained. I'm not going to move until I'm free to go. So don't worry about that.
Fine.
But every minute counts. You know that, yeah? Yeah. Every minute of my freedom that you're taking away from me counts.
To prove who
I don't care. I don't need to prove nothing to you.
No?
No,
Okay.
nothing. What do I need to prove anything to you? Who are you? Prove who I am. What are you talking about? Look. Am I being detained? Look, I'm detained and he's taking my picture.
Why are you hiding?
Am I be detained? Am I
I
detained?
can take pictures as well as you
Hey,
can.
do not touch me, yeah?
I'm not touching you.
Yeah, don't try and touch me.
I'm not touching you.
Look,
I'm telling
so
you.
you can take my picture and I can't take yours.
You're taking my picture.
You're not gonna take
I'm
it.
not stopping you.
You're not gonna
However,
take it.
I can take as many pictures.
You're not gonna, look, I'm detained and he's dancing rumba with me or whatever, belly, whatever, with that big belly. Look at that big belly. That's ridiculous, man. Dude, am I being detained?
You are being detained.
That's ridiculous. I was never detained like that before. Look at that. So what? Once you take the picture, you're gonna release me to go? Seriously?
Well, we'll see. We'll see. Wait for my colleagues to join us.
By pulling out his phone and saying, "I can take pictures as well as you," he's not conducting policing. He's escalating a situation in a petty, almost playground-like manner. Getting into the auditor's personal space to provoke or intimidate makes it even worse. Officers are supposed to de-escalate tensions, not fuel them with childish tit-for-tat tactics. And let's not forget, if the officer is using his personal device to photograph a member of the public during an interaction, GDPR rules apply. As a data controller, the force is responsible for ensuring any personal data collected, including images, is processed lawfully and transparently. The officer clearly either doesn't know or doesn't care, and both are unacceptable.
It's been like nearly 10 minutes. You need to let me go. I need to go.
You're a danger. You're a danger.
I'm not a danger.
You are a danger.
The only danger here is you.
Why are you taking photographs?
I
of people?
told you, you
There's
too.
people walking out of here, and you're putting them under harassment, alarm, and stress.
No, I'm not.
Because you're photographed.
Who? Show me somebody that's complained.
Now. But you
Who?
are. I got called because you're harassing people.
I'm not
By
harassing.
taking photographs.
I've never met him in my life.
It's not a question of you don't have to.
Harassment needs to be in action.
Your actions by filming.
No.
Yes.
No, I'm not.
You are.
Hang on, you said you detained me under the Terrorism Act, remember?
Because you're secure. You're
Well, I want to go. Can I go? Am I free to go?
No.
So I'm detained.
You're going to be spoken to.
By who?
I'm waiting for a further assistance.
Why? You're not good enough to speak to me? I have no freedom now to leave. You infringe on my freedom of movement.
You.
And you're talking about insults. You're crying like a little baby. Hey, you're insulting me.
You're insulting me, okay?
Oh, no, I'm not.
Yeah, you are. You just did it.
Yeah.
So,
Look at
you
you.
don't know what you're actually saying, do you?
What do you mean?
You don't actually know what you're saying.
You infringe on my rights, and you're crying.
Don't worry. I'm responsive.
And
You're en route.
and you're crying about your rubbish.
After unlawfully detaining the auditor without clearly stating the legal basis, ignoring basic procedures, and invading personal space, he now wants sympathy over a few verbal jabs. That's not how accountability works. Officers are trained to maintain professionalism, even under verbal pressure, especially when it's the result of their own misconduct. The auditor is right to call out that his rights were infringed. Being detained under vague, unsubstantiated suspicions is a serious violation, and some frustration or sharp words in response are not only understandable, they're expected. A police officer doesn't get to misuse their authority and then cry foul when someone challenges them for it.
I'm not happy I'm being detained for so long.
Do you know what this building is, sir?
Sorry?
Do you know what this building is?
Honestly, I don't really care.
Okay. I'm just informing you
Yeah.
that the reason he would have detained you
Yeah.
is because this is a police building, okay?
So?
Unfortunately, there's lots of bad people in the world. Okay?
Yeah,
I'm
okay,
not
so?
suggesting for one moment, sir, that you're a bad
No. Can we just deal with the detainment right now? Is this consensual, or do I have to sit here and listen to you?
I've not heard what he said. So
Okay, I need to be free to go. Can you deal with this right now? Because I've been detained for like 12 minutes right now. And my freedom of movement is more important than you, him, her, anybody. I need to be free to go.
telling me what had happened, and I was trying to explain to you.
Okay,
why.
yeah, but I've explained to you that I am being detained. So can you try and sort that out? I need to be free to go. Can you do it?
I'm talking to you at the moment. My colleague's talking to my other colleague, okay?
Can I be free to go for the last time?
Okay, then you can leave.
Am I free to go?
At the minute, just wait there.
No. I need to be free to go. You don't understand what I'm trying to say. I am shouting because you're infringing on my rights right now. I am detained on this spot and I want to be free to go. Because you're not dealing with the situation that you're supposed to be dealing with. As soon as I'm free to go, I can talk to you till tomorrow if you like. But I need to be free to go.
More officers have now arrived, yet none of them are addressing the core issue, that he's been detained for an extended period without clear, lawful grounds. His freedom of movement has been restricted without proper justification, and that alone raises serious questions about the legality of this entire stop. Rather than stepping in to assess the situation or correct their colleagues' mishandling, the new officers seem to sidestep responsibility, avoiding a direct answer to whether the auditor is free to go. That's a fundamental failure in policing. When someone asks, "Am I free to leave?" officers are obligated to give a clear answer. Dodging it only adds to the perception of abuse and misconduct. This moment reflects a wider issue, a reluctance by some officers to hold their peers accountable or to resolve situations fairly when rights are being infringed.
Am I detained or am I free to go?
Please don't shout at me.
I'm not shouting at you. Okay, let me repeat it. Am I detained or am I free to go? Am I detained or am I free to go?
We need to first establish who you are.
You need to tell me if I'm detained or I'm free to go.
I don't need to tell you that. I need to know.
So am I detained? Am I detained?
I need to know.
This is unbelievable. Am I detained or am I will speak to you as soon as I establish. I will speak.
I will not speak over you, sir.
Okay, please tell me if I'm free to go.
Sorry?
Tell me if I'm free to go.
You've come to a police station. You're filming officers coming out of the police station.
I'm aware of that.
Sorry?
I'm aware of that.
That's fine.
So am I free to go?
We just need to identify.
If you're not
who you
responding,
are.
I take it I'm free to go.
You're the one, once again, who is outside a police station.
Yes.
With the current threat level to police officers.
What's that?
With the current, do you understand the threat level to police officers?
Do you understand the current?
Perhaps you don't know the threat level to police.
Do you understand the threat level members of the public from the police officers? Do you know how many members of the public died on your hands when they get arrested? Well, maybe you should check that out before you come and talk to me that rubbish.
While officers may face certain risks, the public's exposure to harm from police contact is a far more pressing concern, backed by hard data. According to the IOPC, between April 2023 and March 2024, there were 24 deaths in or following police custody, the highest number in 17 years. Trying to frame a peaceful auditor as a threat while brushing over how many have been harmed in police hands is not only tone deaf, it's insulting. The auditor rightfully pushes back with sharp reasoning. If we're going to talk about threat levels, let's talk about both sides. And the public has every right to be concerned with how power is being used or abused.
Okay.
Yeah, how many police officers died?
You're more than welcome to
Two.
leave.
How many police officers died?
You're more than welcome to leave. However,
A minute I was detained.
However, you're actively in front of a police station
So?
with your camera filming us.
So what?
So exactly. So what?
So get used to it.
Get used to what?
Two cameras filming you. All right then. But this guy doesn't.
Sorry?
This guy's not used to it. Look at him. He's still got a strong face.
Huh?
Yeah. You can go, sir.
You can go.
Enjoy your...
Yeah, I know now. Once I walked through and nobody jumped on me, I realized that. But it was so hard for you guys to tell me I'm free to go. Am I free to go? Yeah. Am I? Oh, look at you now. Look at you. What is it again? Detective Sergeant Nobody. How about that? See you later. Look, he's laughing. He's laughing.
The first officer, after holding someone without clear legal authority, casually laughs with his colleague as he re-enters the premises. That moment of mockery says it all. To them, this was just another day of unchecked power, not a serious misuse of police authority. From the moment the officer stormed out within seconds of the auditor arriving, his approach was aggressive and baseless. He demanded ID without any legal justification, labelled the auditor a security risk, and then accused him of potentially carrying unlawful items, all without evidence, all without even referencing a clear legal power. When finally asked to state the section of the Terrorism Act being used, he couldn't answer. Instead, he pivoted to harassment, alarm, and distress, as if the law was a menu of excuses he could pick from at will. That alone should alarm anyone who values due process. But it didn't stop there. The officer escalated the situation by trying to take photos of the auditor with his personal phone, violating basic GDPR principles, and invaded his personal space like an agitated child rather than a trained officer. He played the victim when the auditor, understandably frustrated, expressed himself. Let's not forget, the officer initiated all of this, used unlawful detention, and then acted offended when challenged. Even when it was clear no offence had taken place, the auditor was left standing with no apology, no explanation, and no accountability. And that's where the true failure lies. Not only did this officer abuse his powers, but every other officer present allowed it to happen. They didn't challenge him, didn't correct the mistake, and didn't offer the public the transparency they're supposed to uphold. This wasn't just bad policing, it was a typical example of what happens when power is exercised without checks, when officers forget they serve the public, not rule over them. The auditor was calm, informed, and completely within his rights, yet he was treated like a criminal for filming in public, a legal activity. This officer may have walked off with a grin, but what he left behind was a trail of misconduct, a bruised public image, and a video that now stands as evidence of his abuse. The public is watching, and they won't forget. That's it for today's video. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps me continue with my independent coverage. Also, don't forget to check out Auditing Britain. His channel is linked in the description. Show him some love. Thanks for watching. This was Rate the Audits, and I'll see you in the next one.